Now when we're outside, it is louder, especially in the winter. The trees don't block as much of the sound. But I use that good girl to my benefit. That when I'm out here with them, I'm doing some socialization and some classical conditioning where the stimuli presents itself, and if it startles her or she feels comfortable, I give her some treats to either make her feel comfortable or to take her from comfortable to feeling great. But it's just taking an association with that loud white noise and the traffic, the diesel, the motorcycles, all of it that she's going to hear this week. When I'm showing you peeing videos and whatnot, that's what I'm showing you, is just because of all the different stimuli out here. I want to counter condition and take all of the negatives to a neutral and neutral to positives. I really like all the neutrals, anything that's negative to go to neutral and then all the way to positive too. And as we walk around and take all this in, coupled with that, all this sniffing is enrichment and mental stimulation. So every time we come out to pee, which is probably a good dozen to 2 dozen times, depending on what all we're doing. I think the last dog, I want to say, the board and train puppies. Yes, good girl. And if she ever checks in with me, no, you're not. See, she doesn't want any treats. She's too interested in the environment. So that's how another way I know that it is enriching and her brain is going. We're not just gallivanting around while the video. I offer treats a time or two, and if she just kind of sniffs or licks them and says no thanks, it means that she's in her safe brain, and the lick or the walk away is her saying no thank you. So I continue to offer whether she takes them or not, just through this part of the training. You can at home if you'd like, don't have to. If something does startle her, it is good to have some type of air or room temperature treat that you can kind of pop out and go, here you go, and kind of change that little neutral / negative, good girl, to a positive, and help her understand the world is big and scary, but it's not out to hurt her or get her, and that you guys will advocate for her. Yes, good girls. See, and I marked. She pooped right there. I know, yeah, I marked and I offered the treat. She didn't take it because she's like, I know I'm supposed to do it there. That's just her letting me know she knows what she's doing. Some people sometimes will say if you're marking and they don't take the reward, it's not reinforcement. But it is. I marked that she did the right thing. She knows what the yes and she knows what the clicker means. So therefore, she's still coupling the two with the behavior with what's going on and what we're doing and where it's at. That's a good girl. And then all this investigative stuff. This is all very enriching. Mental stimulation. Most of her enrichment you can do through nose, sniffing, licking, chewing. That's where all her enrichment comes from. And of course running. There's a physical piece to it too. She's digging. That's really enriching. If we have some nice days this week, I'm hoping to show her the dig spot. That's a very natural behavior, very enriching behavior for dogs. You can make it fun and bury toys and treats. And it just gives her something else to do. She's young. You gotta think about little tiny kids. They always want to run off and go to the arcade and ride their bikes constantly and play video games. They want to constantly be doing something. Our young puppies do too. Us sitting around watching TV is pretty boring to them, although I do love it. It's good that they have some time to rest and relax. But if you have a little dig spot, or especially with her, you could get her a little sandbox or something. Put some sandbox and potting soil in it. Make sure it's, there's no chemicals and stuff that harm dogs. I'd look for some type of organic potting soil. You want to try and get up there? No? Okay, walk around. But it's something, a way you can spend her energy, enrich her life, and not be, break up the monotony a little bit for her, from day to day or week to week. In the summertime, she likes pools, little kiddie pools. Hey, baby. All that stuff's enrichment. I'll show you guys in a video too. I have ball pit balls that I put down and have her search treats through, and it becomes fun, and she dashes through all the different textures and noises. And small breeds are easy to do those things with because they wear out quicker. They eat less, burn calories quicker, use more muscles, especially, you know, crossing the living room and whatnot. So I don't think you guys are going to have a hard time keeping her entertained. I think she's pretty well-rounded already. She seems to settle down nicely. When she's wound up, she's wound up. But her wound up, or at least I haven't seen yet, her wound up really hasn't been that crazy. But I'm sure that little 1-year-old can get her going, being the shorter, quicker, wobblier. Good job. That's nice. Look, she took a chance there on that cinder block. Here you go. I'm gonna try to offer her. Want it? No? Okay. But that she made a choice to be brave there, so I want to highlight that. And I offered a treat, so that's still building her confidence. Like, oh, she offered. What do you think, little girl? I do have her on this really long, I think it's a 6-foot, like nylon. Or not nylon, yeah, it's nylon, I guess. Nylon. I think you guys might benefit. I'm gonna look some of them up. I want to see if I can find, I know I can, but I want to see if I can find a lightweight one and see how expensive they are. But I think it would be a good idea to get a 30-foot lead. I love the 15 and 30 foots. And I think that you guys would benefit from that because of her speed, her wanting to go, 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 go. You can reel her in if you need to take a breath and stop walking and she's run ahead of you. You can stop and catch your breath and reel her back in, kind of like a just steady pressure on the leash along with her recall. If it is rainy and whatnot, a 30-foot lead would let her go out to that little grassy piece right out in front of your house. Some people like the 50 foots, and if in the summertime, if you wanted to experiment with a 50-foot at the back by the pool area, where you could hook her to a wrought iron and not hook her to it, but you could walk her out there, and if she wanted to run around outside the wrought iron, she could, because she'd have that. Here's our kitty. Hi, Lilies. Hi, Lily May. What is that? He's like, what the heck? Another one? Gracie likes kitty cats. Yeah, Gracie likes kitty cats. But a 50-foot might reach, you have to just do a simple measurement, but a 50-foot might reach from your back slider patio door to the gate that goes out into the grass area. Now I know that doesn't help much as far as ice and stuff goes, but that would give her some room to run and burn energy, and then you guys don't have to move as much. You can move slower at your pace, or even not at all. Get in position, call her over to you, hook her up, and then let her run wild and free. And you guys can sit and relax and not exert yourselves, let yourself heal. All those good things. Good girl, Gracie. This next session, I'm working on uploading session number 2 that we just finished. And this next little chunk is going to be husbandry, all the different vet tools and what have you. You're such a good girl. She really is fantastic.